Hello everyone, at 1995 here in the video game fanfic plot with Attack on Prime New World Part 2. Remember, I do not own the Transformers Prime series or the Attack on Titan or the story. I give full credit to its original author, and now on to this story. No way, a soldier said. You're kidding, Thomas muttered. If we lose Rose too, a soldier trailed off. Silence, the commander yelled. As we speak, the vanguard is engaging them. We have but one objective in this fight: defend Wall Rose with our life until the evacuation is complete. Also, you are all surely aware, desertion in the face of the enemy is punishable by death. Mark this well, and fight until your last breath. Dismissed. Yes, sir, the soldiers saluted. Optimus continued to walk down the empty city, trying to find any human life that was in the area. He knew the place would probably be evacuated, but some humans don't usually get enough time. He looked through the windows of the houses, only to find them empty. He made the assumption that majority of the humans have escaped. He suddenly heard a whirring-like sound and looked over a couple of buildings to see humans that looked like they were flying through the area. They were flying towards those creatures. Then he suddenly saw those creatures attacking them. Optimus widened his eyes in shock as he quickly transformed and drove towards them. Armin screamed as he was slipping down into the Titan's mouth. He wasn't able to move before because he was in total shock, seeing everyone get eaten and ran on the roof unconscious. But either way, his life was over. He suddenly stopped falling as he saw Ren grabbing him by the wrist while using his other arm to hold himself so they both wouldn't slip. Ren then used his strength to pull Armin out of the mouth and throw him onto the roof of the building the Titan was in front of. Armin immediately sat up, called out for Ren as he was forcing the Titan's mouth to stay open. You think I'm going to die here? Ren demanded. Hey, Armin, you once told me about it. Ren used one of his hands and tried to reach for Armin, who was still standing there, in shock. So I'm going to the outside world, Ren swore. Armin widened his eyes. He had to get Ren out right now. He got over his shock, telling Ren to hurry while trying to reach for him, but it was too late. The Titan shut its mouth, biting off Ren's lower arm as it went flying. Armin looked in horror. His friend had no way of escaping. He was being eaten right before his eyes, and he couldn't do a damn thing about it. The Titan swallowed Ren whole as he letting out a bloody scream with tears pouring down his face. Optimus skidded to a stop as he drove towards a loud scream. He saw a bearded creature swallow something, and a boy with blonde hair screaming and crying. The creature then moved his hand towards the boy, trying to grab him. Optimus transformed into his bipedal mode and punched the creature to the ground. He then grabbed the boy, who was still screaming his head off, and transformed into his alt mode with the boy sitting in the front. He drove forward, leaving the creature that was slowly getting back up. Optimus used his side view mirrors to see if he could find an area to hide in. He saw an alleyway and drove inside, slowing to a stop as he was pretty deep through. But he could still hear the boy screaming. He wasn't acknowledging anything at all. He didn't even notice where he was. He just screaming with a horrified look on his face. Boy, listen to me, Optimus spoke through the radio. Calm down. The boy's screaming slowed to a stop as he looked at the radio that came to life. He gasped and was beginning to flip out, trying to get as far away from the radio as possible. The boy then noticed that he was boxed in and that he couldn't get out. What are you? The boy asked in fear. Don't hurt me. I will not harm you, Optimus reassured. That only made matters worse. He could feel the boy's heartbeat increasing as his eyes looked like they were going to pop out of his head. You speak, he yelled. Let me go. Let me go. I don't want to be eaten. Optimus transformed into his bipedal mode and held the boy in his hands. The boy looked around him and back at Optimus, petrified to see him. Don't hurt me, the boy pleaded. Optimus slowly put the boy on the roof and looked down at him. I will not harm you. You have my word. But why do you think I would consume you? The boy widened his eyes as if he was remembering something. He suddenly began screaming once again while clutching his head, shocking Optimus. I was weak, the boy cried. I wasn't strong enough to save anyone. My comrades were killed. Thomas, Mina, Oren. I wasn't strong. My squad member were eaten by the Titans. Oren was eaten right in front of me and I couldn't do anything at all. I'm weak, the boy continued to scream as Optimus looked at him in shock. These creatures, these Titans, eat human. They ate. Optimus regained his composure and softly tapped the boy with his finger to snap him out of his trance. The boy looked up in surprise as Optimus came face to face with him. Listen to me, Optimus began, and answer this question. What is your mission? The boy looked at him in surprise. Why was he asking him this? My mission is to make sure the people get evacuated from the city, the boy explained, and find a way to kill all the Titans and protect the gate before the armored Titan shows up. But cannot just sit here and do nothing, Optimus explained. If you do, more people will die, and this mission will be a failure. I know it hurts to lose your comrades, but this is war. You cannot let your friends' sacrifice to save you go in vain. You must complete your mission and save these people. The boy just stared at Optimus as he stood at full height. This Titan, he thought, what is he? He willingly saved my life. What? The boy looked behind Optimus and widened his eyes to see two Titans coming towards them. Titans, the boy yelled. Optimus turned around to see the creatures known as Titans and slightly growled. He activated his mouth guard and transformed both of his hands into blades. He let out a battle cry as he charged at both of them. Armin widened his eyes in shock as he saw the metal Titan charge at the two other Titans. He didn't understand. Who was this Titan? He saved his life, is intelligent, equipped with weapons, and was protecting him once again. He saw the metal Titan stab one of the Titans and kick it to the ground while he sliced off the head of the other. The headless Titan fell to the ground as steam rose from both of them. He knows how to fight, Armin thought. He can. Armin noticed the Titan that was stabbed was slowly getting back up. The headless Titan was slowly regenerating his head. Armin began to panic. This metal Titan could help humanity, but it could also turn on them. Was he going to tell him the key to defeating the Titans? Armin decided to risk it. Hey, Armin yelled. Gaining the metal Titan's attention, cut the nape of the neck. The only way to kill a Titan is to cut the nape of the neck. The metal Titan nodded his head as he grabbed the arms of one of the Titans and flipped it onto its back. The metal Titan pierced the nape of the neck and the Titan stopped moving. The headless Titan was almost done regenerating its head, but the metal Titan spun behind him and sliced the back of the neck. The Titan fell to the floor and began to disintegrate. The metal Titan looked over at Armin and widened his eyes. Much to Armin's surprise, he transformed his blade into a gun and aimed it at him. Armin gasped in shock as the metal Titan fired. He covered his eyes and waited to be killed. But the blast didn't hit him. Armin looked behind him to see a Titan falling to the ground without a head. Armin expected the Titan to regenerate. It quickly disintegrated, leaving nothing but bones. I did not mean to startle you. The metal Titan apologized as he walked up to Armin.